Hello there and welcome back to Deutschland map by Edo Mods. If you watched the last episode, we harvested the sugar beets, which took a while, and we also planted oilseed radish in our field as part of the winter crop scheme. So we now have to basically do pretty much the same thing but for this field. So just looking at map, it's telling us to do an awful lot of headlands, so we're going to do one headland. Oh, don't want to unfold it. Don't want to fold it, sorry. So we still have our equipment rented, which we're going to have to use in the sugar beet field over there, sugar beet. But definitely we made some very decent money last time around. Although painstaking and well, just very painstaking in terms of the sugar beet harvest, it did generate a decent amount of cash, which we can look to invest. So once we've sold the sugar beet from the next field, which is field 8, which is considerably bigger, we can then go in to choose what we're going to do ready for next year. So sugar beet harvest for the second field, because we planted it a month later, because of the hay, hello piggies, will be, well, basically we won't be able to plant the oilseed radish in that field. But what we're going to do now is, actually what we can do is put barley on this, and we can get in the massey and commence the sugar beet harvest. We will obviously need this machine to pick up the sugar beet, but try and kill two birds with one stone, so to speak, by doing two jobs. Oh, we can't actually. Meh. So that's the reason why we can't do it, is because we have the sugar beet field isn't ready. So that was a bit of a pointless exercise and a pointless brainwave. So what we're going to do is we're staying in the Deutschland, and we are going to finish off this sugar beet, this oilseed radish painting. God, my brain has switched off. So oilseed radish seeding, and do this on a time lapse, and then move forward to November, where we can then get into the sugar beet field. So yeah, apologies for the confusion. So yeah, seeding is going quite well. Just a couple more ups and downs, and also just still trying to figure out what we're going to do with our money. I suppose it depends on how much money we get, but yeah, it's an exciting predicament to have, because we obviously need to invest So normally what I would do in this situation, if I was playing by myself and trying to keep the development of the series wasn't an issue, then I probably would just pay off as much of my hire purchase as I could, and therefore probably have, well, most likely just have remain the status quo for the following year. However, not being a proficient streamer, but just trying to listen and watch to other people in terms of what they're doing, then expansion's a big thing in terms of trying to keep things exciting. So I do want to get another field. The payments are manageable. 4 or 5 are definitely an option, and also 25 is kind of in my eye line of things I would like to try and get in terms of fields to expand into. I'll try and pick the line because that's where I'm obviously falling short at the moment. So yeah, just got this last ups and downs, and once we get into the sugar beet harvest, probably start to think a bit more deeply, because once we've sold that in November, we should be in a position where, well, we understand our known amount. We're going to get some money in from the winter cover crop scheme in March. In December, we should get some money in from the sugar beet planting. The sugar beet harvest as well as an additional incentive. Not sure how much that is going to be. We also have the grass field, which has been kind of left dormant. So that's another potential opportunity, which we're not really considering to make some more money. That'll probably be silage if we do anything. But yeah, let's move on a month and into November and get that sugar beets harvest continued. And hopefully it won't be masses amounts of time, although given the size of the field, I think it will be. So yeah, once we're all set up, I'll meet you over there. Well, just before we get into the harvest, I noticed that overnight we've had a scheme payout, and I've completely forgot about it, which is the natural grazing scheme. So we've got natural fertiliser, we've got a couple of different other sides. So eligible animal amount 42, £785. So that was a nice surprise. In terms of our animals, we do need to put a grass bale in over the winter. They still got 14,000, just under 15,000 litres of meadow still remaining, so not in a massive rush. We've got a couple of new babies of goats, so all the way down to 1 month. And I think animal spacing, so yeah, they definitely have more than enough space, 3,219 metres squared, where they don't need that much. So that's good. But main focus of today is finishing off that sugar beet harvest. A little bit of a cross-country detour into the pole. That was nice. There we go. Managed to get myself unstuck. It was like it never happened. Yeah, let's pick up. Let's have a quick check of our fields as well for the oilseed radish, and get attached to the harvester. Get stage 2 commenced. So fortunately enough, no crop destruction, which is quite nice. It's attached. Hopefully we've learned a few lessons as well from previous exertion, and we won't make as many mistakes, but we're going to get the headlands done first. I'm going to go for an even number of headlands, possibly 4, we'll see. Ooh, break. So turn that on, get that unfolded. So unfold topper. Hey. Why are you not unfolding? Oh, there it is. So down, on. Let's get this started. Drop that down, turn that on. Oh, no. Don't want worker. Worker bad. worker useless. So both of those are turned on. We're in the field as well, so let's go for 6 headlands. This is where there's the funny indentation in the field, isn't there? So yeah, we're going to lose a little bit of crop, but windrow is starting and we're not driving on the correct route. So there we go. So what is it caught on? So imagine if this was a worker. Doesn't look like anything. Oh, is it the tree we're potentially getting caught on? So yes, harvest is underway. This is going to be a long time lapse, but I'm going to get this as speeded up as possible. We've got a couple of obstacles and some potential trees, but yeah, we're going to run the time lapse as quickly as possible. I'm probably going to go clockwise round first on the first headland, then anti-clockwise round on the second one, just to try and make sure we got that single line of sugar beets, which will make it a lot easier when picking up. I'm going to go with that alternative approach whilst we do the headlands, and then get onto the ups and downs. So yeah, going to take a quite a long time lapse, but make this sure it's speedy as possible for you guys.
Dust on the dash and the sun burning low. Cut off jeans and a radio show. Barefoot dancing on the tailgate bed. Got a little wild running through our head. We ain't looking for a straight line road. We like sparks when the gravel throws us. Country girls don't scare easy. Boots kicked off and we run that free. Laugh too loud, ride too fast. Middle of nowhere, making it last. We don't wait for the world to turn. We light it up just to watch it burn. Hearts on fire, yeah, that's how it feels. You can't tame us, country girls. Cheap red lipstick and a crooked smile. Stay out late, push it just a while. Truck bed kisses under porch light glow. Yeah, we take our time, but we steal the show. Ain't no rule we ain't been before. Leave a little trouble at every door. Us country girls don't scare easy. Boots kicked off and we run that free. Laugh too loud, ride too fast. Middle of nowhere, making it last. We don't wait.
So as you probably bear witness, we're 11 minutes into this harvest, and we've done 2 headlands. I flicked it back to do 7 headlands in total, just because I'm going to stay with the hope that the worker could do the ups and downs. However, I remain doubtful, and what that will do is give us the opportunity to work in the field collecting the sugar beet off the ground, whilst the worker is doing the ups and downs. With the 7 headlands, hopefully we've given them enough space to be able to turn around. My only worry is up by the fence, as we're just about to approach that now, with the worker being able to turn around. But we will remain optimistic and hopeful that the worker can do their job effectively, and it gives us an opportunity to kind of do 2 jobs at once with the collection of the sugar beets. So yeah, it's going to be a big job, as you can tell. Very small width for the harvester and the windrower, but yeah, we're progressing through, we're doing well, and hopefully the worker can do the ups and downs.
I've always just given up when things started getting rough, 'cause I'm just not tough enough. But with you I can't seem to give in. I wanna win this time around, 'cause 'cause I'm sick of people letting me down. It's like deja vu. Whenever I'm with you, I feel like I've always known. With you, I'm home. So then why am I so afraid? 'Cause with you there's something more you're worth fighting for. So then why am I so afraid? I've always just let it go, 'cause I'd rather do that than feel this low. But with you, I just kind of know that one day you will see the missing part of you, me. I'll be patient as patient can be. It's like deja vu. Whenever I'm with you, I feel like I've always known.
We are progressing. So we're on headland 5 out of 7. Roughly about 25 minutes in to the sugar beet harvest. Would I do sugar beet in a rush again? Probably not. Although if I did have the roper machine, then I certainly would consider redoing it again. But using this equipment, yeah, it's a lot of money. We should get a lot of money involved, but is it entertaining? Probably not. Could I go in and rent the sugar beet, the roper? Yes, but it's a bit late now in terms of the harvest and where we're at to be able to justify that money. So yeah, it's progressing. We're on the 5th headland. I'm hoping the worker can do the ups and downs. There should be enough space, I hope, for the turning round to happen. The only problem where the workers do have is because there's woodpecker, because there is an implement on the front and back, it sometimes does struggle, although it doesn't struggle with the mowers. So if you have a butterfly mower, then it generally progresses quite well, but when we were doing the previous field, it did not enjoy it in terms of the ups and downs. But I think with 7 headlands, it should be enough to be able to get it done. So that's the end of the 5th one now. 2 more to go, not that I'm counting. But yeah, it's progressing. We are moving the right way. We're not getting any more sugar beet in this field, so yeah, we're definitely moving in the right way of getting rid of it. So yeah, hopefully one more time lapse on the headlands and we should be complete. But it's a nice uniform pattern, should be quite easy to collect. With the six headlands are kind of going into 3 rows, so that's a plus. And we are finishing the 7th headland. So yeah, it's the field now is still looking rather big, but we've definitely progressed through it. Just hope and pray for my own personal sanity that the worker can do the ups and downs and we can get on with collecting some of this off the ground. So that is hopefully that. So we're going to lift up and then press AI worker, we want them just to do the ups and downs. And go worker, go. Go on, do it. Where are you going? Where are they going? Are they going up to the top of the field, possibly? Or are they just going to keep driving through? Because we don't want to jump into this tractor whilst they're going up into the woods. Which is what I'm sincerely hoping they do not. Nope, it's turned. Or is he just cleaning up my mess? Possibly. Anyway, we'll get into the Massey, and we'll wait and see what they're doing. Just again, fingers crossed that it's a good job. Hopefully Barry is productive and we're not wasting some of our money. We will need in the winter to tidy up our yard a bit, kind of have a lot of equipment just abandoned around. I remembered after the barley harvest that we've been storing the header for the combine in the bottom shed, and that's why there was no room. But yeah, we're gonna get into the field, start collecting some sugar beets. This field does need to be ploughed, so that's a job which we can complete over the winter months. We're not going to be able to plant any oilseed radish in the field, so we're not going to get the crop scheme for that, but I think having it ploughed... What are you doing in here? Oi! It seems as though they are having some significant issues with being able to do this. So we're going to have one last attempt on courseplay, possibly. So let's get into field work. Go into the field. Not massively familiar with how courseplay works, but we're just going to start work on the centre. Corner radius 90, up and down, right. Okay, so that's all set up. So let's go into generate the field and start job, and let's see if they can manage it, apart from doing some lovely turning. So they are trying to do this part, so let's keep an eye on them, and because it might just be an angle based thing where courseplay wants to work at a different angle, but we're gonna start collecting some sugar beets, so at least we've got a change of a job. And let's keep an eye on Barry, and hopefully he progresses. Just wanted to stay out of the trees on this part. But yeah, hope he actually does some harvesting and not just waste the money, because that'll be massively beneficial. Otherwise he's just got a day of driving up and down the fields. So we're going to collect some, sell some, and hopefully our friend next to us does a good job. So we are unloading our first load. I think we were getting a decent amount last time around. I think it was between 15 and 16,000. I'm not sure if the price has changed, but again, money is going up rather rapidly. We've got 45,000 litres in the harvester, or collector I suppose it's called. And the worker is doing something. So yeah, that's definitely an increase. Was that 17.5? So a huge increase in terms of numbers for what we're actually collecting. So yay, winning. and I think we're also going to get more, so we're up to 143k, which definitely gives us some options of how we can proceed. I'm kind of favouring the fields over in the direction which we're heading now for potential options for going forward, and also the good news is the worker is doing a great job at harvesting, so it allows us to do the collection, and we're progressing quite speedily. I'd like him to be windrowing it into a closer row, but given where we're at, that is certainly, oh look, see, that's perfect. He's windrowing it into just one row, so yeah, he's not failing, he's not crashing, he's harvesting, so that is fantastic news. So yeah, about 17.5 per load. I don't know, 5 or 6 loads in this possibly, but hopefully we'll get, well, we might get around one full headland this time, given that it's a bit shorter. Massey is struggling going up the hill, especially around the turning side of things, so around here. So we have to kind of back up and go again, so it's not got a great turning circle with this harvester on, but it's doing a good job. We're coming up to 0.7 of an hour. I don't think we're going to finish this within the hour, so we're going to have to pay an extra hourly fee on the tractor. But yeah, moving along. Barry's having a great time. We're collecting and selling. So yeah, let's just get this done.
Flicker like a moth to the flame. Whiskey pools in my glass, calling out my name. The dust on the vinyl spins a lonesome refrain.
Going rather well, so the worker is smashing out the ups and downs. We're doing a lot of collecting. We've completed our 3rd load of our harvest, so what's that, 35,000 plus another 17.5, it's 52,000 pounds, 52,500 pounds. So yeah, we're certainly making a lot of money from this harvest, so it's definitely justifying the time commitment in the harvest. So we're going to keep cracking on with this. Appreciate this episode has been quite a few time lapses and quite a few long time lapses, but I'm pretty sure you don't want to listen to me drone on about going up and down on the field. But yeah, it's fantastic. I think 5 loads is pessimistic. I think we might be up to 7 loads the way we're going, but it all depends on how the ups and downs go and how the worker goes as well, who has now just decided to be blocked by an object, which I hope wasn't me. Nope, it was not. So let's have a look. He's blocked by the tree. So we're going to flick him round. Probably going to have to turn on course play again. So if he ever gets stuck, nearest waypoint, just have a quick check. Yep. So turn that on. Don't go on the ups and downs. So we're going to have to lower the front, turn that on, and begin cutting. Let's go back to this. We should be on the nearest waypoint now. And yes, he just carries on going. So, although that says an hour and 29 minutes, but we're not doing the headlands. So, it should be a lot quicker. But, whilst we go for the trials and tribulations of the sugar beet harvest, we're going to call the episode here. I'll be grateful for your thoughts if you think it was it's been worth the money and the time for the sugar beet harvest, and also let me know in terms of which field we should look to get next. I'm personally very tempted by field 25, which currently has alfalfa in it, so that'll be ready to. That's growing, so it won't be ready to harvest until next year. Then we have field Otto von Schnitzel's field, which has carrots. I don't think I have the mental sanity to be able to do that. The other fields which we have in question, so 25 is 187, and that's 284. Might be in a position to afford that, but 25 is definitely the preferred option. And then we have field 109, field 7. Oh, we've already got field 7. Field 4, sorry, which is 84,000, currently has no crop in it. And the other option is field 5, which has a harvested sunflower field. So yeah, let me know in the comments which field we should look to invest. There's then also the option, I don't think definitely won't be in a position to do that, but 2.1 million for the big cow, pig, sheep farm. But then we'd need a lot of grass fields. And that's also farm C is 2.1 million, 2.2 million as well. So yeah, field 25, 4 or 5. Let me know in the comments which one we should buy, but we're going to call the episode here. Thank you very much for watching. If you have enjoyed, please do remember to like and subscribe, and look forward to seeing you again soon. Bye bye.